Over 80 people are dead, including 27 young campers and counselors from Camp Mystic, due to the catastrophic flooding that took place in Central Texas. The camp has confirmed that they are still missing 10 young girls. Here's the latest updates as of this morning, July 7th. We know that Camp Mystic, the all-girls Christian summer camp that was in full swing with over 700 campers, has now said they've lost 27 campers and counselors this weekend in the floods. The river at the camp rose more than 20 feet in less than 2 hours during the peak of the flood. The death toll is now at least 82 people have died and dozens are still missing. What they know right now is they assume about 41 people are still missing, but there could be many more. It's hard to believe, but there is still a flood watch in a lot of those areas. Now, the waters have receded quite a bit in most of the areas, and so the search is becoming a bit easier. However, it is still extremely tricky due to the debris. Search and Rescue said they are having an extremely difficult time searching. As you can imagine, there is a ton of debris everywhere, but especially in the water. They said as the water recedes, more debris is popping up and they're having to remove their boat from certain areas and walk it around a lot of the debris piles. They also acknowledge that it's extremely dangerous right now for them as well, because as they're boating along, they don't realize that there's something just under the water level and they could hit it with the boat. Camp Mystic was located right along the Guadalupe River, and they feel like the campers and counselors that are missing were probably in those cabins that were closest to the river. The camp posted a statement to their website saying Camp Mystic is grieving the loss of 27 campers and counselors following the catastrophic flooding on the Guadalupe River. Our hearts are broken alongside our families that are enduring this unimaginable tragedy. We are praying for them constantly. The camp said that it is in constant contact with authorities who are tirelessly searching the debris and the river, looking for any of the missing campers and counselors. The camp also lost its owner, Dick Eastland, who died attempting to rescue campers. His grandson posted a heartbreaking tribute to his grandfather, saying, if he wasn't going to die of natural causes, this was the only other way, saving the girls that he so loved and cared for. That's the man my grandfather was, a husband, father, grandfather, and mentor to thousands of young women. He no longer walks this earth, but his impact will never leave the lives he touched. There are still some unidentified bodies, and the Texas Rangers said that they are now collecting the DNA from these unidentified victims and from family members who are missing people. And then they're flying it to the University of North Texas in Dallas, where scientists are going to work to identify some of the deceased.
Yeah, we know this family, the couple, were missing in their 70s, and waited for the road to clear. On the 5th, we came and we searched about 10 miles. We found 2 bodies, a little girl and a little boy. And then we finally came up here and we found the dad that we were looking for. And today we came back because we haven't found the wife. And we believe she's still here in the area. And so we had a great group of people show up, about 40 to 50 volunteers. We were hopeful we would be able to find her. It turns out it's very difficult. It seems like it's getting more and more tedious to find. It's just been so sad because you first see the post and it's about 30 people that are missing, and then it's like people are missing and we don't even know, and all of a sudden they're found, and families and kids, and it's like never ending. You know, you scroll through Facebook and the count is going up, and I don't know, and we're just hoping people can find their loved ones so they can, have some rest and relief.
As of last night, this is the list of deaths from each county. Kirk County was definitely hit the hardest. They had 68 people lost their lives, with 28 of them being children. Travis County had at least 6 people die. Burnett was at least 3, and Kendall and Williamson had deaths as well. There are a lot of stories of survivors and also heroes coming out from this situation now as well. One camp counselor has now been recognized by the Louisiana governor for rescuing 14 campers from Camp Mystic. Emma Foltz from Alexandria, Louisiana, was recognized for the role that she played during the flooding incident, and they posted saying she played an instrumental role in helping evacuate 14 of her campers to safety. Please join me in thanking Emma for all her hard work and bravery under immense pressure. Another mother who had 3 young girls camping at Camp Mystic this week recognized the camp counselors as the ones that saved her daughter's lives. Now, these camp counselors were kids themselves, just teenagers, and they are being accredited for getting these young campers out. A member of the U.S. Coast Guard is also being recognized as a hero for saving 165 people. He's a U.S. Coast Guard rescue swimmer named Scott Ruskin. He said when he was on the ground, he realized that he was one of the only first responders there. And he said he was met with about 200 kids, mostly scared, terrified, and cold, having probably the worst day of their life. He said he led the children about 10 to 15 at a time to Army helicopters ready to take them to higher ground. He said those guys are heroic. And you know, they were dealing with some of the worst times in their lives and they were staying strong. And that helped inspire me to kind of get in there and help them out. He said this was his first mission, but he acknowledges that he was well prepared because of the training he was provided. The U.S. Coast Guard is being accredited with over 230 rescues, and they have a ton of equipment there. They have 3 fixed-wing aircrafts with thermal cameras, as well as helicopters assisting with the evacuations. Efforts are going to continue today, and hopefully everyone can be found. Like I said, there are still about 41 people missing, including 10 young girls from Camp Mystic. Just to give you an idea of how quickly the waters can rise, this is a time-lapse video of another river in the area in Central Texas, not the Guadalupe, but it shows how quickly the floodwaters came in. I'm going to continue posting updates throughout the day today, so make sure you hit follow.